Earth is not a prison. Greetings, young gods. Family, there are some trains of thought that place Earth as a prison planet. There are some trains of thought that say that Earth is hell. There are some people who just see that Earth is just this horrible place that they can't wait but to leave. I want to leave here. I want to go home. I want to get out. Not understanding and overstanding that whole mindset just means that their cycles got to repeat. That they're not going anywhere. That they will repeat the 3D process until they figure it out. And no, there are not things that are preventing us from elevating and leaving, and there's no such thing. There is no they out there that is controlling everything that you deal with and keeping you down. The only person that can keep you down is you. Right there. The person that's looking at me right now and me right here. You are the only person that can keep you down. You are the reason that you're going through hell. You are the reason that this place feels like a fucking prison. Because it's not. Training ground? Okay. A place to develop our ego so we can actually have a established vibration of who this avatar is before we move up to another dimension? Yes. So guess what? If you're out here killing your ego, you're making sure your ass is staying here. You ain't going nowhere if you out here killing your ego. If you out here thinking that this is a prison planet, that you're literally in hell, I mean, you're just gonna keep repeating that shit until you really appreciate what it is that is before us. Until you really can see that it's far more to this realm than this whole idea that it's hell on earth. Are there people here that are doing crazy things? Yes. But here's the thing. The thing about power is that it's not a respecter of whether you have good intentions or bad. Power comes from doing the fucking work. Aligning. Sacrificing. See, that's why you got all of these big names, doing all of these sacrifices and stuff, because they don't want to sacrifice nothing of their own, so they have to sacrifice something else. And when they sacrifice it, a sacrifice is a sacrifice, bruh. It's just the way it works. If you are providing the sacrifice, you get the power. Which means you could have the power too if you sacrifice something. Sacrifice your time, sacrifice a little energy towards learning more about yourself, sacrifice going and hanging out with friends that you know ain't good for you. Sacrifice brings power. Sacrifice brings connection with self, because when you let these things go, then your inner selves see, oh, well, this motherfucker's serious. Let's line up with him. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see what he about to do, because he's sacrificing shit now. Oh, yes, let's go. And the universe itself must align with the sacrifice and bring you that power. Now, as you can see, these people who have gotten their power through ill means are being exposed. It's not something that is sustainable. Retribution will come if you are taking that power and using it for ill purposes. It's just going to happen. It is a law of nature. However, if you got a good heart, if you got good intentions, oh, you're talking about a life of power, well lived. And there are a lot of us that's been going through the ringer, that's been doing all the fucking work, that's been sacrificing. I sacrificed riches that normality would say were riches. That's not the riches I want. That's not the riches I came here for. Because when I got them, I was like, the fuck is this? What is this? This is still miserable. What are we doing? This is not it. This is wrong. Something's missing. I'm missing something. And then I realized I gotta sacrifice. I gotta let go of all of these things that I've picked up since I was young. Things that are an error for a prosperous being. Things that were just passed down from generation to generation. That has no judgment on the people who pass it down. There's no judgment. However, it is an acknowledgement that this shit is bullshit and it is not fruitful. It is not bringing anything that measures up to the things that you're saying you believe in. That ain't working for me. I can't do that. I'm not interested. Take that shit somewhere else. Bury it. Put it in the sand. 'Cause I don't want to see it. That's how I started. Now I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people live in their life, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But it's that level of awareness within self when you're just like, something's wrong. Something's off. This is just not it. This is not aligning with what I know is possible in this dimension. And see, I remember a lot from being a kid. I remember a lot from my childhood. So being able to compare my thinking, yes, and I can still remember my thinking from a child, brings me to the place where I am connected with my inner child, which is the young me, which is my nervous system, expressed through my nervous system. That connection, that realignment brought me to the place where I could remember from my childhood how different I thought and how I would, kind of try not to share my thinking because it was so different from everybody else. Because every time I did, it was misconstrued. It was heard in ways that I wasn't. And I'm well-spoken. I've always been well-spoken. I've been well-spoken since young. But I still was always misunderstood. And it's like, but it had nothing to do with me. I was speaking a foreign language. I was speaking from my power and my connection with Source, that I still had that connection from when I came. So many have thrown that connection or lost that connection between childhood and teenage and adulthood by trying to fit in and try to be like everyone else. And I'll be for real, as an adult, I tried too. I tried to fit in. I really tried. I don't fit in. I'm not supposed to fit in. And the fact that I was trying to fit in was only an element of healing, in essence. Because me trying it, no one can say that I don't know what it's about. I do know what it's about. I tried it. I stepped into it and said, this is some bullshit. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. You can take that shit back to the store and send it back to the manufacturer, because I don't want nothing to do with it. I am the manufacturer of my life. So therefore, I'm opening my own stores. I'm opening my own things. I'm doing my own things because I am a creator. And that's what I came here to do. Not to sit around and continue to repeat the same cycle over and 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 over again until I start believing that I am in jail and that I'm in hell and that nothing will ever get better until I leave and go somewhere else. But you're not going anywhere. You're not going. So let that shit go, man. Really, you gotta be able to touch down on earth and truly connect to all that you have experienced, and you'll start seeing it. You'll start seeing it. And you know why? Because our world young gods. So let's get it.